The reason why women and men find it hard to keep themselves in that love vibe in a marriage is because they have allowed the things that the other person has done or said to basically change their vision of their spouse. Now, we experience each other within ourselves. So when you're with someone, the way you know how you connect is by how you feel. So with a marriage, this is even more heightened because we have just like the proximity, like they're so close together, and they have commitment and a lot of connections on many life experiences. So the marriage has one component, which is their intimacy. There's many components, but the main component between a husband and a wife is this intimacy. And with this intimacy, they have a vision in their mind or like an energy identity type that makes them feel a certain way when they're around each other. Now, when we get information that this person is doing a few things that maybe does not fit our vision of that person, then that desire, it's kind of like a disconnection at that point, because that desire needs to be fueled by that vision. So when the vision of our mate, of our spouse, is tainted, then that's what we need to focus on fixing or realigning back to something that fits to our likes, right? Our liking. And there's a hadith. I do not have it with me, so this is just from the top of my head. Alhamdulillah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to focus on something that you like about the spouse, about your wife. And this allows you to control that vision of your spouse, because the more things you're focusing on that fits that identity that you crave your spouse to be, and the more that vision is clear to you and it's firm and it makes sense, that is how you will experience that marriage. That is how you will experience that connection. And the love vibe can live. The love vibe is between the man and the woman. Allah Azza wa Jal tells us that He puts love between husband and wife, that it is He who puts love between husband and wife. And this is something that is a gift from Allah Azza wa Jal. So just to contemplate on the anatomy of love and how we are connected to it. But the key is that vision of the other person. The key is what you focus on in the other person. And there's people who will say, well, he did this, A, B, D, C, A, B, C, D, whatever. Okay, so there is another thing that I feel like as women and men, we sometimes create a part in that vision of that person in a relationship that's not human. Like, we need to understand that we are humans, and being in a relationship doesn't make us immortal. It makes us still human, but we're just, in love. We're committed to be together. We're focused. We're happy. We enjoy each other's time. We're intimate. Everything's wonderful, right? That doesn't mean the other person isn't human. So their humanness is still there, and they're just in a higher level of control over themselves so that they can continue to be around you. So just think about that. That's a really big commitment. And we have so many marriages that could just be so much better if we just focus on the blessings we have when we're together, and try to bring the compassion that is necessary for the human experience. Because our human self is in a path of refinement, kind of like a crystal getting polished and a diamond getting clarified. These are things that we need to understand, and that we have to bring mercy, forgiveness, compassion. I mean, what is love but forgiveness? Anybody that has loved someone has forgiven them. That you have to. In fact, I would say forgiveness is the foundation for love. It's like once you understand someone on a deep level, that forgiveness is like so easy, because you just know that person. You know, the forgiving parts are so much easier. And if there is no love, then forgiveness becomes something hard, much harder. And in fact, it usually ends the relationship. So perhaps all we were looking for all along was just forgiveness. And we experienced it as love, because it's a constant thing that we have to do with our loved ones, is we need to do our best to keep them in a pleasant connection by being in a pleasant connection with them, and really just, you know, keeping our focus on enjoying who they are as a person, and exploring their thoughts and their just their opinions. Like, we're just humans. So, marriage is meant to be a pleasure, a place to go to escape from the world, like a hideout. You know what I mean? When you were kids, like there's like always like a part of the house that was like your little hideout, and that's what marriage is supposed to be. Like two people who are just enveloped in awe of one another, and they are committed to that connection, and to protect it, and to love it, and to grow it. That is love. And all the things around it are just supporters of love. Like forgiveness just supports love. Compassion supports love. Mercy supports love. Right? Love is like the pearl. So focus on the good in your spouse. And if you're not already married, focus on the good of yourself. What is it that's really good about you that you love? And how can you build that inner connection? And how can you forgive the parts of you that's like just not, connecting to the other parts of you? Because we're not just like one system. We are one system, but we're a few different parts in this system. So we need to forgive ourselves as well, because we deserve compassion too. Allah Azza wa Jal tells us that His mercy encompasses everything. So if His mercy is encompassing everything, then be merciful to yourself, be compassionate to yourself, love yourself, and continue on that like vibe of forgiveness, compassion, and mercy. And that's your love style. That's your love brand. That's who you are. And it will affect and help you in every single thing you do because it's so freaking powerful. Love is powerful. Love is so powerful. I've never experienced anything more powerful than love. It's healing. It's completing. It's just the best thing on this planet. So I really believe that love is the answer, and love is the solution, and love is the healing, and love is the best tool we have as humanity to grow our own evolution towards a better future. All right, guys, take care. I hope that you take this contemplation and think about how it connects with you in your life, and think about how you can further your love vibe evolution. All right, guys. Assalamu alaikum. Bye.